Hey everybody, what is going on? Your good friend Voodoo here, and tonight I am doing another channel update for you guys. Seems like the weeks are flying by. Seems like I'm doing one of these every other day now, even though it's only once a week. But this channel update will cover the week of Monday, July 30th through Sunday, August the 5th of 2012. Probably going to be on the longer side today, simply because I have a few things that I want to touch on and elaborate on, go into some detail with. So if the channel update does run long, I apologize for that, but there's some things that I need to talk about in the update. So for time's sake, we'll jump right into what it is we need to discuss. And we'll start by talking about what happened last week and the footage that you have yet to see, because it's not yet up, and I'll explain why that is. But here's the footage that I took last week, alright? The first thing I did was, early in the week, I did a small set of Skyrim videos. I went back to Skyrim for the first time in quite some time. And I just did 8 videos of playing Skyrim, trying to do a couple of quests, getting killed a lot because the quests were pretty difficult, and it's been a while since I've played. They actually featured my 3-year-old niece who was visiting in town from Nashville, who randomly came into my room when I was playing, doing some funny stuff. I managed to get the first 3 videos of that up. The other 5 I have yet to get up, but I did 8 in total. And then for the rest of the week I didn't really do anything until Saturday, and my friend Dave came over, which you all probably know. You know him by now. And we did kind of a co-op day of videos featuring the two of us. We started by filming a new episode of Pokemon Friday, even though it was on a Saturday, with us opening just a few booster packs. Nothing real special, but we did open some packs. And then we jumped into Call of Duty Black Ops, and we played a few rounds of Team Deathmatch. And then we also hopped in and played a few rounds of the mode Gun Game and the wager playlists, and had a lot of fun. I think it was pretty funny at points, simply because there's pretty bad lag in the game. I mean, whenever you're playing split screen, especially on PS3, it really bogs down the connection. So we had some really funny laggy moments happen, and I got pissed a couple times, which is probably pretty funny because of the lag. So we did that. Then we actually attempted to do a playthrough of the original X-Men game for Sega Genesis, and I think I have the case here. Yeah, right here, because I haven't had a chance to pick the Genesis back up yet. But this game here, original X-Men for the Sega Genesis, and we tried to do a playthrough of this co-op, because the game has co-op. It's kind of it's a 2D side-scrolling beat-em-up game, more or less, with some platforming. This game kicked our ass. This game is really hard. Definitely one of those old-school games. Now, I'll openly admit, I suck at this game, okay? I suck. I mean, I suck at all the old-school games simply because it's not really I played these games when I was really small, but I haven't played them in a long time. And really, the era of games I'm familiar with is the newer games, because that's the ones that I've played the most of. So these older games, I know I suck at it. So I'm by no means saying that the game sucks or the game is stupid, but the game is really cheap at like very, very cheap with the damage. Very difficult to play. So Dave and I really didn't get very far in this game. We only got to the second stage. Dave one time made it to the boss on stage 2. Other than that, we didn't get any further in this game because it's extremely difficult. Now, there was a sequel to this game, X-Men 2, on Sega Genesis, that I also own, that I seem to remember being a lot easier than this game. So in the future, we may try to play that. But this is a cool game, but it's very, very difficult. So we did a few videos. We didn't get very far. Like I said, it's not a full playthrough. But I think that people will still enjoy footage of this older game. The footage may not be perfect. It may be kind of grainy and wavy simply because we're trying to play the Sega Genesis on an HD TV, and so it doesn't look perfect. And we did the best that we could, but it still doesn't look perfect. So if if it kind of looks fuzzy or grainy, we do apologize. But we made the quality the best that we could for what we were working with. So we did that. And that pretty much ended our co-op day on Saturday. All that footage is still yet to go up, and I'm going to talk a little bit about that now as to why that's going on and what's happening with my YouTube uploading issues, which I mentioned on Twitter the other day, but decided to just kind of mention it in the channel update instead of making a whole new video about it. But more or less, for over a week now, my YouTube uploader has been failing my uploads. And more or less, if anyone's unfamiliar with the YouTube uploader and how it works, you can queue up videos to upload in order. And so what I usually do is I'll queue up 8 or 10 videos overnight, however many I have to upload, and I'll just leave the computer on and go to sleep, and they will just continuously upload one after the other overnight. What's been happening is when I wake up, these videos will start to upload and they'll get maybe 25% through, and then it'll say something like, got an invalid response from the server. And this has been happening on all of my videos for over a week. I don't know what's going on, but it's really annoying and pissing me off, so I can't just upload videos overnight anymore. The way I've been getting videos up on YouTube is actually through Windows Live Movie Maker, which is the editing program I use, and it actually has a way to upload directly from that program to YouTube. So you don't actually use the YouTube uploader, you upload it from Windows Movie Maker. That's working, and I can get videos up on that. Problem with that route is that you cannot queue up videos on Windows Live Movie Maker. You have to upload them manually one by one as they do it. So obviously I can't stay up all night and manually upload videos. It's very time consuming, and that's why I haven't really had a chance to sit there and manually upload the rest of these videos. I'm actually extremely busy this week with work, and I'll talk a little bit about that, but I don't really have time in the next couple of days to really sit here and manually upload videos. When I do have a little bit of time, I'm going to try a couple of other browsers and see if maybe through another browser the YouTube uploader will work. If not, then I'll report the problem to YouTube, but their customer service is pretty awful, so I don't know how long it's going to take for me to get a response. So I have to keep messing with it and see what I can do. Until then, the only way I can upload videos is individually, one by one, over Windows Live Movie Maker. So while I'm going through this process of trying to fix the problems with the YouTube uploader, I will be, when I have time, I'll be trying to upload these videos that I have, Skyrim and all the stuff I've done Saturday, individually. But it's going to take a while and it's time consuming, and I apologize, but this is YouTube again having issues, and I don't know what to do about it. So that's why the footage isn't up, but it should be coming up periodically over the next week. So you'll just have to be patient and bear with it, and I apologize, but I can't really do anything about that. So that's what's been going on. That's what happened the past week. That's why my uploads haven't been coming up, because of the YouTube uploader problem. So before we get into next week, I want to address something, and I'm going to do it as briefly as I can because this is something that I really don't want to dwell on. It's really a pain in my ass, and I'm going to get it off my chest, and then we're going to move on and talk about good stuff for the week coming up, because this isn't that great of stuff. But more or less, I woke up this morning at 6 o'clock to go to work, and I hopped on YouTube real quick to check it before I started getting ready, and I had a message from my friend Travis, TGP Gaming HD, who sent me a link to a video that the Air Raid Lord posted, and I'm sure people remember him from the stuff that I used to do with him on the channel, and then the falling out we had over Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City and all that kind of stuff. Haven't talked to him, haven't talked about him since that happened, which was in March, so 4 months ago, like 4.5 months ago or so. But he sends me a link to this video and tells me a time mark where he starts talking about me. So I shouldn't have done it, but I did it anyway. I went on the video, went to the time mark, and more or less what it was one of these fan mail things he does, where he answers his fans' questions on PS3 or Xbox or whatever. And one of his fans, the Reaper something or other, who's been with the area lore since like day one and thinks he's like the greatest thing to ever happen to YouTube and whatever. That's fine. I have no problem with that. The guy enjoys his content. That's fine. But he sends him a question, and it's about me, of course, even though I have nothing to do with him anymore. Whatever. Anyway, it's a really stupid question. And it basically says, wow, Voodoo 51292 has a very similar background to DSP, and he's been using it all year or whatever. What do you think of him copying off of Phil and all this other stuff? Now, this is just a stupid question, because obviously this has nothing to do with anything. The only reason he sent this question was to stir the pot. That's all this guy wanted to do, was stir the shit pot and get the area lord to say something about me. Maybe looking for a reaction from me. Well, congratulations, I guess. You won. You got a reaction. Good job. It's a stupid question. It's completely pointless. And why people on his channel are still going after me after I haven't even talked about this guy for 4 months is beyond me. But anyway, of course, naturally, the area lord, when he could have very easily just brushed aside the question, not really dealt with it, and just not gotten involved. Of course, that's not the route he takes. He decides that he's going to go off and start talking about me and start talking about stuff relating to me that has nothing to do with the question about the background. So the first thing he says in answer to that question is, well, that's probably why he only has 200 and something subscribers, because apparently I had the same background as Phil or whatever. Which I've explained 150 times why that's the case. One of the guys who made the backgrounds for Darkside Phil contacted me. I did not contact him. He contacted me. His name is Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexel 5D. I've talked about him many times. I've given him credit for the backgrounds on my channel. He contacted me a long time ago in 2011 and asked me if he could make backgrounds for me, and I guess what he did was take some of the older backgrounds he made for DSP and put my name on it and sent it to me. I thought the backgrounds were cool, they were personalized, I made them my background. It's been that way for months and months and months at this point. This is nothing new. That's why I have a similar background in DSP, because the guy who made DSP's backgrounds contacted me and made me one, okay? But anyway, he goes on and he says the normal stuff, the normal BS that he normally says about how I'm not successful, how I'm basically a failure at YouTube. He doesn't understand why I continue to make videos because I can't get a following. All this other, all the normal nonsense to try to take me down a peg or whatever. To which I respond, I really don't care. As I've said many times, I do this YouTube channel for fun. I mean, yeah, I'm happy and thankful for every single subscriber I have on this channel, absolutely. And, you know, I'm very happy with the audience I have. I have some really cool viewers, really cool people, and I do it for fun, so he can suck it. And basically saying that, you know, he goes on and on about the normal stuff. Again, it has nothing to do with the question. But then he gets to something that really pissed me off. And if it had just been all the normal stupid stuff that he normally says, I really wouldn't have cared. But he finished off by saying something that really, really pissed me off. And as he's going on and on, he says stuff along the lines of basically that he doesn't understand. First of all, he says that I do like hardcore playthroughs. I'm hardcore on my channel. I don't know what the hell he's talking about. I don't do any more playthroughs on my channel than he does on his. I don't know what he's talking about, this hardcore, so I don't get that. But anyway, he more or less says that he doesn't understand why I make these videos and do all these playthroughs when I'm in college. And he goes on to say that basically I should be focusing on college and not doing this playthrough stuff, and you know, he would think that I would want to focus on something that's going to be the rest of my life, and he starts talking about him, and when he goes to college his channel is going to reduce, and all this other stuff, alright? And this really pisses me off for multiple reasons. Number one, okay, there's absolutely no reason why he should be talking about me, period, after all of this time, for him to continue this, I don't care if his fan asks him a question. It's very simple to just give a brief answer or say, you know, I don't want to get involved with this. I don't want to start anything. I don't want to answer the question, and move on. Very simple to do that. He chose not to do that. Number one. So he's talking about me on his video for no reason 4 months after this has been over. Okay. Number two. How dare he talk about my personal life and tell me what he thinks I should do about my channel, my time in college. First of all, let me explain something. I'm at least 3 years older than this kid, okay? And yeah, he's a kid, okay? I think he's 17, 18 years old. I'm 2, probably 3 years older than this kid, all right? He's not even in college yet. I'm going into my junior year of college. So don't for 2 seconds think that you know better than me, that you know more than me, and that you want to tell me how to run my life. I'm older than you. I'm more experienced than you. I've had way more life lessons than you. I know how to handle my life, first of all. So don't comment on my personal life and how I should handle it. Number two, school for me has always been the most important thing. Since day one, I viewed it as my job as a son, as a person growing up. My family supports me. It's my job to go to school and do the absolute best I can and build a future for myself. I have done that since day one, okay? And the people who view my channel and everything know this from way long ago, that there are many times where I've put this channel on the back burner for many things, not just school, for personal life, for work, for family, all that stuff. I've put this channel on the back burner because it's a hobby. It's something I do for fun. It's not my life, okay? It's a part of my life. It's something I enjoy. It's not my life. And what I'm about to say is not bragging. I'm just trying to show you the ridiculousness of this. I graduated from high school with over a 4.0 GPA. I graduated with like a 4.3 GPA from high school, taking all honors and AP courses. I've finished 4 semesters of college right now, on my way to a biological sciences degree, a bachelor's of science. Out of 4 semesters, 3 of those semesters I've gotten perfect 4.0 GPAs. The only semester I didn't was my 3rd semester, when my girlfriend broke up with me for like a month at in the middle of that semester, and I had 2 of the worst teachers I've ever had in my life trying to teach me Organic Chemistry 1 and Calculus 2. And I got a B in both of them, A's and everything else, and I got like a 3.5 that semester. I have a cumulative GPA of 3.87 in college right now, alright? Again, I'm not bragging. I'm just trying to show you that I do very well in school. I always have put school first. It's always been my #1 focus. And I bust my ass every single semester for school. I study ridiculously hard. And there's many times I put the channel on the back burner. Anything I do for my channel, I do it in my spare time. It's my time. And I work it into all the other responsibilities I have to do. Okay? And it upsets me that this guy wants to talk about my personal life, all this other stuff. He continues to make comments about it for no reason. All this time after all this stuff is done, he continues to spur it on by talking about me seemingly behind my back, and I'm just through with it. And it upsets me that he wants to take a shot at how I deal with school, which is something that I've always held in extremely high regard. I've always prided myself on how well I've done in school. So how dare he talk about, when he's 3 years younger than me, has no idea what he's talking about. He doesn't know me. He knows nothing about me, knows nothing about my personal life. He has not been through, he hasn't even gone to college yet. He has no idea what the real world is like. None. He thinks he does. He thinks he has it all figured out. He hasn't even been to college yet. He hasn't been out there. He hasn't been in the real world. Okay? I've been there for 2 years. I have a lot to learn myself, but I've been there a lot longer than he has, alright? And I don't know if he's going to college this year, or I think he's actually going to be a senior this year in high school. So for him to try to tell me how to run my life and make comments on you know, how I handle school and all this other stuff is completely messed up, and it's complete bullshit. And I'm tired of it. I'm tired of him talking about me behind my back, and just continuing to spur this on like he's always done. He's always been the guy who's made the first move. You know from watching my I have not mentioned him in 4 months at the Operation Raccoon City thing. I said I was done with it. I don't want to deal with it anymore. It's stupid. It's childish. I'm 20 years old. I don't want to be dealing with this stupid crap. Taking stuff from high school kids who want to bring me down and talk bad about my life and thinks he's all cool because he has over 1,000 subscribers because he met DSP, which is the reason he has 1,000 subscribers. So, I'm done with it. I don't want to do it anymore. I'm done. Okay? And from now on, if anybody sends me a link to a video or tells me that he's talking about me, I'm just going to ignore it. I'm not going to watch the video. I'm not going to listen to it because I'm done. It's just going to piss me off. It's going to make me have a bad day. And it's not going to make me have a bad day because I didn't have a bad day. I didn't even really think twice about it. It just upset me when I read it. And I just don't want to see it anymore. I don't want to deal with it anymore. I'm done with it. There's no reason for him to be talking about me after all this time. There's no reason for me to talk about him since I haven't mentioned him until he made the first move again with this nonsense. So I'm finished. I'm done with it. I'm just going to ignore it from now on. I'm not going to watch any more of the videos he talks about me. If somebody sends me a because I just don't want to deal with it anymore. He's really aggravating. He's way out of line with what he says, and I've just had enough. Like I said, I'm 20 years old. I got way too much going on in my life. I got a job. I got girlfriend, friends, family, college coming up. I got way too much going on in my life right now to be worried about what some high school kid wants to say about me and wants to talk about my life and all this other stuff. It just upsets me. I know it shouldn't, but it just does. So anyway, I'm done with it. I don't want to talk about it anymore. It just really pisses me off, and he needs to get a life and find something else to talk about besides me. His so-called fans need to find something else to ask him other than me. Again, why this Reaper guy is bringing me up and asking such a stupid question from after months of no contact between the two of us. He wants to bring this question up just to stir it up, just to start stuff, is completely stupid, and he needs to stick to the Area Lord stuff and ask questions that don't involve me because there's no reason for it and it's stupid. Alright? So I'm done. Now, moving on to good stuff. That's why I wanted to talk about the bad stuff so I could end on good stuff. Last week of work this week, alright? Cool stuff going on. I'm over 20 minutes, I know. 22, yeah, I knew this was going to be on the longer end. Last week of work, very busy this week. I got slammed with 39 hours this week because we had a couple of people leave early, and they haven't really hired that many new people yet, so I worked 11 hours today. I work 11 more hours tomorrow, and then only like 5 or 6 hours through Friday. Friday's my last day. I work 7 to 1 and I'm done. So cool stuff coming up. I'm going to have some nice time off for the next couple of weeks before I go back to school. And so until Friday, you probably won't hear from me again, simply because I'm going to be busy with work. I'm going to be trying over the next couple of days, like I said, to get the footage that I have up. If I have to do it one at a time over Windows Live Movie Maker, so be it. I'll do it. On Friday, though, I'm planning on having a surprise to show you guys if everything goes according to plan. I won't tell you what it is, but I will tell you it's not gameplay footage. It's going to be kind of like an unboxing of sorts on Friday. So just remember that. I'll be tweeting about it if everything goes according to the way I hope it's going to go and everything goes well. I should have that to show you guys on Friday. And then I'll be off for a few days until next Thursday when I go on vacation. And in those days off, I don't really know what I'm going to do yet. I think I might do the top 10, complete the top 10 games of 2011 playlist. And like I said, it won't be the fancy videos that like I was doing before with the video game clips and all that, simply because it's time consuming, it's annoying. Actually, the microphone I was using to record my voiceovers with is like broken at this point, so I'd have to use my webcam mic and it sounds like shit. So it's going to be simple, just me sitting here like this in front of the camera, telling you my reasons for each game, and I will add some like music to it, like the game's theme song and all of that. But it's going to be much more simplified, simply so I can get it done, get it out there, and so that you guys finally get conclusion to what I thought was the top. I think it's like 6 more games of 2011, because somebody actually did comment and said they'd like to see that. So I'll probably do that. Gameplay wise, again, if I do anything, it'll be random stuff, Skyrim, maybe more Black Ops, something like that. So that's this week. The week after, on Thursday through the following Monday, the time is almost here. Going back to Destin on vacation with my friends. Myself, my friends Dave and Tyler are going to Destin for those 5 days. Going to be chilling out, having a lot of fun, taking footage like I did last year. It's going to be pretty cool. I'm looking forward to it. I need the vacation, and I'm really happy that we're going, and I'm excited. So that stuff is on the way. Next week, and also the week that I come back from vacation, is going to be the release of Darksiders 2, and also the week that I move back up to school to start the new semester. But that's not for a couple of weeks away, so I guess we'll go into more detail about that in the next couple of weeks. Since this video is running long, there's no need to talk about it just yet. But yeah, the rest of the week is going to be me trying to get the footage up that I've taken, and then again Friday I should have a special kind of unboxing thing to show you guys, which I'm pretty excited about if things go well. And then for over the course of the weekend, it's just going to be kind of random stuff. Maybe the continuation of the top 10, maybe some gameplay footage, stuff like that, over Saturday and Sunday. So alright, thank you guys for sticking in there. I know it was a long one this week, but I had some things I wanted to say. I had to get that other thing off my chest because it just really irked me and drove me nuts. But I'm through with it. Like I said, I'm done with it. I'm going to ignore everything from here on. I'm just going to ignore it and look the other way, and move on with my life, because it's not worth it. I'm 20 years old. I don't need to be dealing with this. But good things coming up. Pretty exciting. Having, like I said, some nice relaxing time off. It should be pretty cool and refreshing. Kind of like the iced tea I'm drinking. And yeah, cool footage coming, fun stuff from the past week and weeks upcoming. So yeah, I'll see you guys probably this weekend with some new stuff, and up until then you'll be seeing stuff that I've already filmed, but it'll be new to you guys. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys later on in the week. So until then, see you later.